way.
I won't be able to speak as other characters.
The main character's back.
Oh my God.
Main character.
The comic relief is back.
Yeah, at the very least.
We are back. We are in our hijinks. We have most people back. We're missing Steven, but he will join shortly when he is able to. I don't want to say too much because I know Nigel and Karzis were gone last time we played. Nigel didn't look into anything, and so it's kind of going in blind and not knowing everything's happening. So that could be fun. Essentially, you guys, after the debacle with Callista playing with her new staff, the portal opening, and Nigel just jumping in balls first like he always does, you guys rested up, the portal closed, and then you went to go find Jimson. You guys walked in, he was not there. You found a scattering of notes and books open, things like that. He was studying a particular book that was called The Secrets of a Secure Sanctuary by a specific well-known elven mage. And there was just notes upon notes upon notes. It looked very frustrated, like he'd been going for it for a while. He would get to a point and then go up. Nigel was not feeling the greatest. At one point, he kind of slumped over and took a little nap. But you guys found a particular word that Jimson had deciphered about a code word, a keyword, some sort of summoning word, perhaps. And Karzis, I believe, is the one I rolled you a nat 20 for your intelligence check. The book was in all these different languages, and maybe the specific word, which is scepter, that you guys needed to say to open this thing, key this thing, initiate, summon, whatever. Karzis thought, well, maybe if the book's in all these different languages, we should try the word in all these different languages. So everyone started shouting amongst themselves, going through the plethora of languages they had, and eventually there was a portal, a gate that opened up that appeared to be a door. You guys decided that Nigel and Karzis were going to stay behind. Nigel was passed out a little bit. Steven had found a book that he was very interested in about interspecies relationships. So he gave that to Karzis to study. Karzis was also going to take care of Nigel and see what he could do to help him and tend to his wounds, wake him up. I'm sure Karzis have been taking just a couple of samples and reading up on different books in Jimson's study to try to find out the anatomy of this strange Birdman, because Karzis is very limited in his above water knowledge.
I kind of hope that Karzis tagged Nigel for tracking. Like, is it a big thing in his ear? I gave you an earring, Nigel.
It depends.
Beeping constantly.
It goes with everything. It's got a nice number on there.
I really hope they didn't, because Nigel will not react well to that at all.
And remember, Karzis was also, I requested that Karzis make like a study guide for Steven based on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Karzis had a couple different things to do. I'm sure he had like 9 books laid open he was going through, and multitasking, as I'm sure he's wont to do, maybe crossing over a little bit accidentally with these different subjects and what he's doing. But Callista, Og, and Steven darted through the portal to see what was going on. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start with Karzis and Nigel. Karzis, you have an unconscious Birdman in front of you on the ground that you know took a walloping the night previously. What are you trying to do first? Are you trying to treat wounds? Are you taking some very precious samples first? Are you looking into the book of interspecies relationships? What would you like to do first?
I feel like that Karzis is like, okay, I'm gonna do some research on the Birdman. And then he starts looking through the books and just gets deeply distracted. Honestly, kind of forgets Nigel's there, is kind of like just stepping over him, and just is completely enthralled by this library of upper, land knowledge that he's been left in, and is just like fully happy just studying away,
Perfect. Roll intelligence for me, just like straight intelligence roll. Let's see how well you soak up the anatomy of the Birdman.
Oh no. 4. I told you he forgot he was there.
You know, yeah, you are just, there are words here, so many different anatomical
can't find a
terms that
penis.
you're
Is
just
Nigel
like,
actually a girl?
gizzard, cloaca was, I'm sure you're going down every once in a while, like looking at Nigel and poking him, trying to figure out what this stuff is. It's not really coming as well as you would hope. It's more confusing than anything, but you're just trying to soak it up. Is this your main focus? Are you trying like your damnedest to understand this? Or are you moving on to something else?
I'm gonna say, so you said from last time that there's the book about the like sanctuary, right?
Yes, there is a book that Jemison was clearly studying. It's the Secrets of a Secure Sanctuary. You guys remember that when you guys got back to Bark Hollow and you spoke to Fablin, he told you that he sent Jemison off to this library of Candlekeep to find things to help out the estate, better protect it, because you guys, before Carsus, you came, when they came back to Bark Hollow at one point, there was a big like kind of bandit attack on the entirety of the estate, and it's just been happening a lot more. Different people, different groups with different agendas that were coming in. The estate looked kind of worse for wear when you guys came up. Some of it was illusory, some of it was real, but they were just trying to figure out like backup plans, how to bolster things. And this book in particular, just from what you guys were studying and looking at from Jemson's notes and fanning through, it's just a book of basically it's either a spell or something that already exists, or something that is again, kind of like a sanctuary, a safe house, a safe haven, but he was trying to figure out if it's something that he could create himself, something that you can alter, something that you could access, whatever the case may be. And the book was by the mage is called, his name is Lucan Meistralath. I said I was going to give you all the names of these things and send it in the chat, and I did not, so I apologize. I can do that later. But Lucan Meistralath, his face is on the cover, it's on the spine. And so that's the book that Jemson was going through.
Okay. And that's the one where they ended up going through the portal and everything.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna say, just to also kind of try to join the party back up, that maybe after I think I want to try and do a roll just to see if I can like maybe get any deeper insight into what he was looking into and like what this frustration was.
Go for it.
So let's see, was that investigation?
I'll do investigation. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's a good one. 25.
Okay, what in particular are you trying to sum up?
Just kind of trying to understand maybe what issues, because it seemed like he was like very frustrated. So maybe like what issues, what was the problem that he was trying to figure out?
So I'll give you this for free, and we'll let the 25 carry over, because I know I mentioned it last time. Basically, the book was in like almost every type of language that you could come across, and it would just seemingly randomly switch up from one language to another. It would be getting into something in Dwarvish, and all of a sudden it would go to like Infernal. It would, go into all this stuff, and then it would switch to Draconic. It would stay in Common, and it was just this like almost without any rhyme or reason. And when it would start to get upon to a certain subject and topic and kind of start to dive into it, thinking that you were making headway, it would completely change topics and like go on a tangent. So he was just frustrated with this fucking thick ass book. So that's just, and Karzus, you were the one that was like trying to decipher the Dwarvish with Callista using like a Dwarvish phrase book. Because you and I looked at your languages. I thought for sure Karza spoke more than like the languages that he does, but it's just Common and then like the underwater Aqua. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there and you're like getting things down with helping Callista with the Dwarvish. You're working through the Dwarvish. I'm sure there are phrase books of other languages, things like that. So you're like working your way through. But that's what you know for sure. So is there another more into it, knowing that we can use that 25 for?
I'm not sure, other than, because I mean they opened the portal and went through and then just kind of left me and Nigel there.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what more I can find out
Okay.
on this side, other than I feel like maybe if that really is all that like that Karzis could find out, he would be trying to figure it out, and then eventually just be like, okay, I want to go see what's going on. Where did they
Okay.
go? Why is it taking so long?
Are you gonna try to rouse Nigel?
I think I'll just drag him. I'm just imagining just dragging him along and just being like, hey.
Have we figured out how heavy Nigel is?
I think you said he was like 30 pounds, wasn't he? He's like 3 feet tall or something.
Let's figure this out.
I think it was 30 to 40 pounds, something
Well,
like
Nigel's
that.
gonna go ahead and Google penguins, so give him a second here.
Penguin weight.
We looked
Okay,
into
let's-
this once because like monarch penguins are pretty big, but I don't think Nigel's a monarch penguin.
No, yeah, we did. It is, yeah, we went with 30. Yeah, because we went with, yeah. Because
Well,
there's
and I know
different.
Karzis isn't particularly strong, so if you're gonna try to just drag, are you trying to lift him up or just like drag him by the flipper?
Just drag him by the flipper.
Strength check.
Okay.
Puppet him around. Hey guys, it's me, Nigel.
I got a
Roll.
19. I got a
Oh,
I rolled a 20.
there
All
you
right.
go. Yeah, you're just dragging him along. Everything's working well. You're moving along towards towards this glimmering door. Nigel, why don't you go ahead and just roll a 20 and see how if this rouses you at all.
I got a 6, so I'm good.
You're out. You're out. You mumble in your sleep a little bit. I'm sure you're seeing the faces of those dogs with the human faces that were coming at you and fucking just drilled you. Yeah, the whole chaos plane really messed Nigel up a little bit. So Karzis, yeah, you're walking through, you're dragging him along. There's nothing more you can learn from these books. And as you start moving towards the doors a bit, you get ready to go on through, and you are just like hit immediately by a body that slams into you and kind of knocks you back. I'll say that you fall backwards because you're dragging Nigel. You step back and flip over him. This thing that's coming into you falls over you, and you just kind of all three land in a pile on the floor. And you kind of shake it off and look up, and there is a fairly large burly dwarf that has landed on you and just kind of goes, "Who are you and what are you doing in my study?"
I guess the Cars is gonna try and get up. I'm gonna try and get up and probably get away, like naturally, like move away from the dwarf. Probably not take Nigel with me. Probably forget again. You know.
It's fine.
So
Are you like trying to bolt, like you've been found out in like the candy closet, or?
kind of, yeah, just kind of, because like he's still probably a little thrown off from like not being in water, and now this is happening, whatever's happening. So, and then he's gonna kind of step back and observe like what the dwarf is doing now, and like kind of let the dwarf maybe calm down for a second.
All right, but are you actively like trying to run out of the building?
No, I'm trying to just like back up against a wall to kind of get away from him and out from under him if he fell on top of me.
Okay, we'll do a little perception for Jimson. You back away and says, "I say it one more time. Who are you and what are you doing amongst my things? And what have you done to Nigel?
I'm Karzis. I was watching him diligently. He's sleeping. He's taking a little nap right now. You have wonderful books here. These are lovely.
I know how lovely my books are. What are you doing here? I've never seen you before."
I'm new to land, so I haven't seen most people here before. You just came through there, and my friends went in there earlier. Did you see them?
He says, "Yes, they should be following me out right now." And he turns around, and both of you see that the doors that were there are gone. He says, what
What happened? They were right behind me. They're supposed to. We have to go back and get them.
Okay.
They can't get out on their own.
Okay. Cards just kind of nod and kind
You
of.
don't seem concerned about this. Your friends, if they are your friends, if they're really your friends, then would you not? They may be trapped. That's a bad thing.
Well,
Yeah,
you just got out. You just got out. So we can just go get them out the same way you did.
Well, I thought I could get out as soon as I went in there, but I did not have fair such as well. And I don't know. I don't know how well you know these people and how long you've been adventuring with them. But if I cannot get out of there on my own, then they may be in quite a bit of trouble if unattended. I've been studying this book for quite a while, and even I was left unawares of what to do.
Yeah, this book is a mess. Why are you using this one? Isn't there a better book you could be using? It's not even all written in the same language. That's just
A
lazy.
better book. The head librarian of Candlekeep said this was the best book. It was written by the master, Lucan Meisterlath. That's a book. You must live underwater.
And he just kind of looks down at Nigel and says,
Nigel! What's wrong with you? Get up!
And Nigel just kind of like pops up, just goes like, bah! Hey, Jimson.
Why are you laying about? When your friends have disappeared.
And was
bring a strange person into my personal study. They're going through my things. You know I don't like that.
Well, I was asleep as you found us, so I really can't help you out there. But where's everybody else?
They've gone through the portal to the mansion.
Okay. Where's the portal now?
It was behind me and now it is gone. We just have to simply open it up again and we'll let you in and hopefully they will be able to get out.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. And Nigel just kind of gets up, brushes himself off, and then just kind of looks at Jimson. And then does this, just kind of like shrugs at him.
And Cars is just kind of, he literally kind of pushes up the sleeves of his robe and starts going over and looking through the papers and everything and says, okay, yeah, what do we need to do? How did you open it the first time?
There is a keyword that you must say precisely in order to open the portal to the mansion. Now, I will not be able to go with you to say this aloud. So I am going to be here in case you go in and you become stuck as well. I became stuck. And the only way that I was able to get out was when they came in. So I think the best thing to do right now is the person that is most well informed about this material.
Yeah, Jimson, I got it. Yeah. Just open the portal. We're good. Like, I got you.
Nigel, listen, you didn't let me finish.
I don't get it's cool, man. Just open the portal. We'll get him out. It's good. You'll stay over here, keep the portal
What
open.
did you say your name? Karzas. You seem to be a little more reasonable and willing to listen. So I would like you to repeat after me.
And he basically teaches you a word in a language that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes over a couple of times. It's kind of the Klaatu Verata Nikto thing where he's like, it has to be uttered precisely, blah, 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 like all this stuff. And so you go ahead and say the word. You know that it translates to common to scepter because that's what you deduced when you were going through everything and he had written in Dwarvish. So the word is scepter, but he teaches it to you in another language. As soon as you say it correctly, whoosh, the doors, like these like kind of golden shimmering doors, open up and you are able to go through.
He says, okay, now so here is the plan. I don't know if you will be able to find anything in there that I was not able to find myself. There are many things in there that, well, honestly, were just very frustrating to me, and I got angry and I had to sit down and collect myself. I do not know how long I was there. So here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you this. when I got back here in the middle of the night, I found the keyword, I uttered it aloud, and I went inside. By the time I came out, it is now daylight. So I don't know how long I was in this place. So if you do not come out on your own in the matter of, let's say, 1 hour, I will say the keyword again, and hopefully you will be able to get out. We all understood.
Nigel just, fine. And then he walks through the portal.
He
And,
gives you the heaviest eye roll and looks very unimpressed and very unconfident in you. And he's and he goes over to his desk and he starts rummaging through things. And he has a stone. And he starts to give it to Nigel and he stops. And he looks to Karzas and he hands it out to Karzas.
Now, this is a sending stone that hopefully we should be able to communicate with each other once you go through the portal. I've not tried this before.
You
If
mean a
it is-
walkie-talkie?
Nigel, God damn it!
Yeah, it's a walkie-talkie. We had one of those when we it's a walkie-talkie. So I just
you had one
grabbed that
before.
right out of
Did you
Karzas.
go to an interdimensional plane before with this walkie-talkie?
I know it's good stuff. And seriously, I just swiped it right out of her hand. Do I need a roll for that?
Yes,
Okay. So that's sleight of hand.
that is sleight of hand.
Cool. I got a 30.
Damn it.
That's snatched.
Jimson thought that he dropped it and goes to bend down and he's very confused because he doesn't see it. And he looks over at you and
Nigel was not giving that to you. I was giving it to a friend here.
Yeah, hey, I'll catch up with you on the flip side. He gives you like a weird, like little this thing with his like wand or flippers, and then he just goes through the portal. Like, let's go, Karzas. And then I'm just in that portal now.
Nigel, you're supposed to. Oh, how can you stand that little man?
He was asleep. You're the one who woke him up.
Well, I do not want a dead body in my study. Excuse the hells out of me, Karzas. Now, what I was going to say is I am not sure that this rocket, this sending stone, will work. If you're going to an interdimensional planar area, then it may not work.
Oh, can I try it right now, Nathan? While he's complaining about it not working.
no, because you didn't hear anything. You're not
Okay.
hearing any of this. He just darted through.
So, if it doesn't work, then in an hour I will still open the portal. I will still try to communicate with you through the stone. And the worst case scenario, it does not work. I will be able to tell you just in an hour, everything will be fine. I need a drink of water.
One thing, you said that you were able to get out when they came in. Does somebody have to go in order for someone to come out?
I wish I knew the answer to that question. This book is a huge pain in my ass. I'm kind of going on just gut instinct and experience on the matter. I was not able to get out until they came in and startled me, and I turned around and lo and behold, there was the door. When I left, I said, come along with me. I turned around once I found you and the door was gone. So that leads me to believe that the portal only has a certain amount of time that it will stay open each time the keyword is uttered. So if you cannot get out in that time frame, I will speak the word, you will come out, hopefully, and we'll be all done with this nonsense and we can share our experience and collect our knowledge and find out what the hells we're going to do with this book.
Okay. And then Karzis is just going to kind of nod and then just go into the portal without really saying anything else.
Okay. Right before you pass through, he's like going around picking up books.
Who the hell had my interspecies dating book off the shelf? This is the first edition.
And then you go through the portal. So
Okay.
You guys go in, you step through, and you just see it's a very, very nice, immaculate kind of mansion. It is super nice. There's nothing that really kind of distinguishes like any symbols or like coat of arms, anything like that. It's a couple stories high. The doors to the front are opened up. You can see into like the main foyer, and you look around and you can kind of see like the landscape and the grounds around it. There's not much there, but there is kind of a fog that extends out from the building quite a ways that you cannot see through.
Okay. And so we're outside the front. Or are we inside already?
You're not quite inside yet. You're basically on like the porch area, and the
Okay,
doors to the building are opened up.
Okay, as soon as we get there, I'm yelling for Og.
Okay.
Yeah. Og? Steven? Callista, I guess?
I'm gonna
Do,
probably timidly.
do we need to roll to hear him?
No.
See if we, no? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm not hearing anything. I guess we should just go inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Go inside.
And Cars is also just I guess we're both just gonna like walk in, kind of shuffle, especially if Nigel's like charging ahead, like Cars is just kind of gonna follow
Okay.
and kind of be just observing around.
Okay, let me do something. I'll give you guys, fuck, this is gonna be hard because I took away all of the dynamic lighting stuff.
Oh, do I need to be in roll 20?
No, not yet. I'm trying to think of how to do this. I guess I'll just describe it to you for a minute. Okay, so you guys, here, let me get the description over here so I can read it to you.
Put my character by the same place we entered, if that helps at all.
Not necessarily, because since I took down the dynamic lighting stuff, when you guys did it the first time, you weren't able to like automatically see into rooms and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll change it up a little bit. Let's see here. The mansion is eerily quiet. Rooms with windows to the outside are lit by the indigo miasma swirling outside the mansion, which colors everything in the room with its tint. There are torches and lamps and things in here to you guys are able to see, so it's not dark. But it looks like it's very well maintained, a very nice place. The decorations and the architecture are just fantastic. The ceiling arches to 15 feet overhead, and long hallways stretch out on either side of the foyer. Standing in the middle of this area, nope, he's gone already. Never mind. So you basically walk in, and there's a hallway to the right, a hallway to the left. There is a hallway that kind of goes around straight ahead to you guys. That you can kind of clearly see some stairs going up, and there are some doors that are down the hallways on the left and right.
I want to roll investigation and see if I can pick up like a trail of anyone.
Go for it.
Or would that be, no, yeah, that'd be investigation. I don't know.
Yeah. Or
Damn.
survival, I guess.
Survival? Okay. I got a 12 then.
Like it's not like a haunted like Scooby-Doo mansion where there are like, you know, footprints in the dust and shit like that, and you know, cobwebs are broken here. Like it looks really nice. You can tell Karzis, if you want to throw a perception on that, you can too. I will say that like it's like the same thing if you walk into your house and you know you're trying to like retrace the steps that your kids or your wife took. You probably won't be able to unless they like threw shit around or like knock stuff off the walls, and everything looks pretty well in order.
Okay. I guess
What if we just start? Let's just go right. Right sounds good.
Yeah, that's how you work through a
Roll a
maze.
perception, Karzis.
Keep going right. Wait, say what?
Oh, I said Karzis could throw a perception. I don't know if you did
I did a 7.
a 7.
Mhm.
Well, with investigation and perception, I'll say this: you guys are going through. You're kind of looking around, trying to figure out what to do. You yelled for Og. You yelled for Steven. You whispered for Callista. You do kind of pick up some movement. There's a little figure at the top of the stairs. And you can tell that it is a cat with yellow eyes, and it just kind of comes down the stairs a little bit, sits. My God, Nyx is such a loud drinker. I thought she was like choking. Oh my God, what a dum-dum. Yeah, black cat, yellow eyes, just looks at you, sits down, stares for a second. Its tail kind of curls around its own legs and just stares for a second.
And Karzis is gonna point at it and say, "What is that? What is
What
that?"
are those? Okay, so that's a cat. Let's see if it's a magical cat. And then it's kind of like a pet that they shit in your house. Like, I don't really understand it personally, but they just shit in your house and you keep letting them live there. It's very odd. And then I guess he's gonna try and use his telepathy to talk to it.
Uses what?
Telepathy?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. Cat, my name is Nigel. This is Karzis. Have you seen anybody else lately in the home?
You start talking to this cat's brain.
Yeah.
And it just kind of does like that, like cat thing where it's like something's around it. It doesn't know where it is. Where's this voice? Nothing is here. And it just like kind of goes up, and like the fucking hair on its neck goes up and on its spine, and it looks freaked out. And it just kind of, well, you've seen cats when nothing is wrong with them. They just decide to freak the fuck out for no reason. They kind of like jump up and dart around a little bit, and it just like goes straight up the stairs. And you can hear it skittering around and knocking shit over.
Okay, yeah, this is a normal cat, Karzis. So it's just a pet.
So they normally do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's a cat thing. And then Nigel just brushes it off, and we go into the room to the right.
The room to the right. It'll be a fun little crossover experiment here. All right, room to the right. Wonderful. Okay, the door is slightly open. You do hear some stuff moving around in there. Are you guys good? You say you're just going in? You're going into the room to the right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. As you open the door, the first thing that hits you are the aromas of cooking permeate the room. You can tell pretty quickly that it is a kitchen. Large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined with hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean.
A laboratory of
Yeah.
some sort.
Kind of. Close.
Sorts.
But instead of science experiments, we do food experiments in here.
I see. Sustenance.
Yes.
I see.
Bread.
There is a door. When you enter the room, there's a door straight ahead of you and a door to the right. The door straight ahead of you is open, and you do hear something moving around back there.
Okay, cool. And like, Nathan, is this like a fantasy kitchen, or is it like a modern looking kitchen? What kind of kitchen are we talking about here?
Like, are there magical brooms like in Fantasia going around, like in
does it look like
themselves and that shit? Or does it have like a spaghetti arm, like a pasta arm?
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to figure out. I'm getting what's the vibe? That's all I want. Is it like a Catherine Bigelow like kitchen from, that just flew right over.
What does that mean?
It's Catherine Bigelow. Whenever she makes movies, they have really nice kitchens. I don't know what to tell you.
Give me a movie example.
When Harry Met Sally.
I'm gonna catch shit because I've never seen When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, you've not seen When Harry Met Sally?
Because
Who
apparently,
knows what the kitchen looks like in Harry Met Sally?
Well, that's not the best one. Okay, let me. Here, I'll all right. You know what?
a diner?
I misspoke.
Just skip
I
it. Just
misspoke.
skip
I'll
it.
pick- I'll pick- Just tell me.
It's a kitchen.
Okay.
There are
Kitchen.
knives on the wall. There's vegetation and fruit everywhere. There's meat that's been recently tenderized and pounded fervently.
Okay. Excuse me. I meant Nora Ephron. That's on me. Of course, y'all didn't understand
Of
what
course,
I was.
that makes so much more sense to me. There are 4 bowls on the ground as well.
I'm gonna go investigate the bowls.
The bowls are empty.
All right.
They
I'm gonna
are
go
all
knock on
different
the-
colors. There's a gold, a silver, a bronze, and a copper bowl.
Okay, I'm gonna put the copper bowl in the. Okay, copper into bronze, bronze into silver, silver into gold, and put it on the counter.
Aesthetic.
Cool. you hear a voice as soon as you put it down on the counter that just says, "That's not where they're supposed to go.
Okay, where do they go? He just
On
shrugs.
the ground where I put them."
They live on the ground?
Well, they
I'm not
don't-
going to argue with the
What do you
ghostly
mean
voice,
there's-
so I just put him back
there's
on the ground.
balls? You're not going to argue with a voice? Well, you don't have to argue with my voice. I'm right here.
Roll perception.
While you turn around, someone has come out of that back room
Mhm.
carrying a bunch of stuff in their arms.
Okay.
Very tiny little thing.
Is it a rat?
Not human. Looks to be the equivalent of a little porcelain doll. Not quite like fucked up like Annabelle, but just like no actual like eyes separated. It's just like a painted face on it. Just when it's speaking, the lips don't move. But it's small. It's probably about your size, Nigel, a little smaller.
Yeah, Jesus Christ!
I'm
And then
gonna,
Nigel just backs away very quickly. He is over being around creepy things.
and Karzus is gonna point and say, "That's not a cat."
Correct. That is
Okay.
an animated doll, it looks like.
And I'm just gonna try. Are you an animated doll?
No, I'm not a doll. A doll is a toy. I'm not a toy.
But you are made of Okay, so a mannequin then. And yeah, Nigel is just like behind Karzus talking to them.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Karzus
I'm
human
not a
or
mannequin. Mannequins are in
fish
the
person
thing.
shield, Nigel behind him. And okay, so person whose face doesn't move when they talk. My name is Nigel. This is Karzus. And have you seen our friends? An orc about a little bit taller than the fish person. I crippled I forgot what's your race? It's just like it's like right here, and I can't.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. Okay, I just couldn't remember that word. And then a little goblin boy.
No.
Goblin boy.
So okay, so you haven't seen them?
No.
Okay, cool. Is there another room? So is there another door in this room?
Yeah, there's another door. There's one in the back that she came out with a bunch of shit, and there was a door to the right.
Is that the door we came in?
No.
So it's okay. Well, this isn't any help. And then Karzus, you want to go to the next room?
And what is the little doll person carrying?
Just food. This looks like they're making a meal,
Okay.
preparing things.
Okay.
Let me roll. You know what? I want to roll a. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. I want to roll. I'm
Or something.
insight on this
Uh-huh.
thing. Okay, I got a 13.
All right, what are you trying to figure out?
I'm just trying to figure out if it just lied to me or not.
It could be a lie, it could be the truth. It's a little animated doll-looking person. You can't quite tell. There are no facial features, and it's kind of a monotone. You know, it's like a very timid child speaking to you, so you really can't tell. There's not a whole lot of emotion or change in the voice when it's speaking.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing, and I look and okay. What's your name?
Well, my name's Cumin.
Oh, like the seasoning, like the spice.
I guess so.
Okay,
That's just
Cumin?
the name the master gave me.
okay. So there. Okay, what's your deal here? Who's your master?
Oh, the master's Luke and Masterlad.
Luke and Matt. Okay.
Lucas Miralax. Yeah, from earlier.
No, that's not his name. His name is Luke and Masterlad. He's really good. He made me with magic.
Cool. Do you think you could take us to him?
Well, I haven't seen him for a really long time.
What's a long time for you?
Little doll person or cumin. My mistake. when people come here, do people come here a lot?
No, not really. It's usually the master and anyone else that comes along to use the mansion. But we haven't seen the master in a long time. Oh, I should tell you this too, by the way. There is a large portrait on the wall. This is something that I kept forgetting to tell these guys earlier. There's a big old portrait on the wall in the kitchen here. It is a black tiefling. It looks to be a bard because they have a flute. They are clothed in multicolored garments, orange and blues mostly, and there's a little plaque underneath it that says Osa Art.
Osa art?
Yes.
It's like a signature, or is it like the label under the painting?
It's like a little plaque that's there.
Okay.
On the frame. How long? Time. It's really hard to tell time here. I don't really know how long. I guess I could try to keep time by the meals I make, but that I'd probably lose count.
When
Who are
people
you making a
come and
meal for
go,
right now, Cumin?
I can't. You both are talking at the same time, and it's really hard to understand. And then you hear another voice says, "Yeah, why don't you just talk one at a time instead of trying to overwhelm her like that?" God. And the other door kicks open as that voice comes through, and it is another little creature, kind of similar to what you're seeing, just a lot more gruff. It's not as nice. It's kind of like shredded, tattered clothes and shit like that. And he is carrying some plates in from the room behind him.
Okay, but what's your name?
What's your name?
Nigel, this is Karzis. We're looking for our friends, an orc, a tiefling, and a goblin.
No, we haven't seen any of those people.
Who are those plates for?
Everyone?
Okay. I'm gonna go into the room he just came from.
Okay. Yeah, you go in there. It appears to be a dining room. It is set up very nicely. Let me get the description for you here. Large windows form the entirety of one wall, looking out on 3 planted beds filled with vegetation. Within this room, a crystal chandelier hangs above a table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table. A 7th chair sits alone in the far corner. There is a painting in this room as well, a big one, similar size to the one that was in the kitchen. It is a female Eladrin, which is a type of elf. It appears to be a wizard by their garments that they're wearing, and she does have a large tome in her hand, which you can gather is probably a spell book. She has dark hair, pale skin, piercing eyes, and crimson robes. Ebony chains hang from her hands, wrist, and neck, and the name on it is Drusilia Floshern.
Drusilia Floshern.
Correct. Very nice dining room that you just went into. There are place sets out at all the tables. All the chairs are set up.
I wanted to ask Cumin, when people come and go, do they always come and leave through the front door? And I kind of point to like where we came in.
She goes, "Yeah, where else would they come and go from? That's the main door. You're supposed to come in and out of the main door.
Okay.
You wouldn't go out a window, would you?"
I might. I'm still figuring a lot of this stuff out.
Okay, Cumin.
I'd love to see him go through a window. I could use a really good laugh. They should, you know what? They should try to go outside and try to get off the patio. That'd be great too.
Okay, little gruff boy. So I'm just trying to get the lay of the land. Who are y'all? Okay, if your master isn't here, who are y'all doing this all for?
Right now,
Yes.
the only people that are here.
The cat?
Singular? No, all of them.
How many cats are here?
Lots. Look, we have to feed them, otherwise they're gonna start ripping shit up. Can we make their meals, please?
Okay, so that's who they're. Okay, well, oh, those were cat bowls. And then I just look
Yes.
over at Karzis and she's kind of pointing at my head.
Karzis isn't entirely sure, but he likes that we're getting to the bottom of something.
Human, they're throwing off my rhythm here. I'm getting really angry. You know how I like to keep my schedule. And she says, Coriander, leave them alone. We're gonna get the cats their meals. We're not gonna have to clean up anything else. It's gonna be fine. They're not even here yet. Do what
Okay.
you're supposed to do.
So Corey, if I get this,
Silverware.
Corey, if I can understand this correctly,
Who the fuck is Corey?
that's you, bud.
Oh God, they're hard of hearing too, Kim. Do you hear that? He didn't even hear my name.
Yeah. How many of
Watch,
y'all?
hey, watch this. You're an asshole.
You're a dick. How many people
You
are
can't
in-
hear me. Human, I think these guys are liars. I don't think we should talk to them anymore.
I'm looking at my spells.
There's a cat that comes in through the door. It's a brown tabby cat, and it goes over to where its bowl should be, and it just looks up at Coriander and goes, meow. He says, I know it was there, and these guys picked it up. Get angry at them.
Do I recognize this cat? I want to look in that cat's eye and see if I recognize it.
If you recognize it, okay, sure. What are you rolling for? Is this
Animal handling?
animal handling? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Let's do it. Let's go. Fuck. 12.
Looks like a cat. The cat looks in your eyes. You look in its eyes. And say, "This is a cat." And
Okay, so I'm going to talk to the cat.
Cool.
Cat, are you Og?
It just looks at you and goes, meow.
Okay. All
Do
right.
you think they turn? Does Og usually turn into a cat?
Dude, I don't know, man. This is some weird ass, like, you got little dolls making cat food. I don't know. I'm spitting game here. I went to a hell dimension. I don't know if I'm not.
I don't know if he's role model material right now.
No, I'm tired, yo.
What are you guys doing here? We haven't had anyone here in a long time. And now
Hey,
you're
we're just trying to find our friends. They came through a portal, and then the portal brought us here, and we're just looking for our friends. I'm so
Okay.
tired.
We haven't seen anyone here for a while, but maybe they somehow got upstairs without us knowing.
Have you seen? I'm gonna turn to Nigel and say, what was the angry man's name
Corey.
that came through? No, back before we came through the portal, who had all the books? The angry
Jimson.
man with the books.
I'm not angry. I just speak the truth.
Guys, shut the fuck up. Jimson.
Jims, do you know Jimson? Now asking to the human.
Who's that?
He just came out of here.
You know, isn't time all fucked up in here?
I don't know. We can't really. I should really start counting the cat's meals, and maybe that'll let me know how many.
Yeah,
'Cause
you do that, human, and I grab Karzis and I walk out of the room.
Which way? Which way are we going?
Direction.
Back where we came from. So
Okay.
back to the hall, back to the stairs. I want to go upstairs.
You gonna go up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll get to you other guys eventually, I promise. Maybe.
I'm just trying to find y'all. I thought y'all got turned into cats. I don't know.
Don't you guys say a word. This is wonderful. So just regular stairs. You guys start going up. As you are coming through the main hallway, you do see a picture of, it's the same picture that was on the book, so you can tell that that's Luke and Meisterlath. It's just like kind of a headshot portrait that's there, that is hanging up there. You noticed that when you came in. So you go up the stairs, the landing at the top of the stairs has a suit of armor that is up there. It's holding a long sword pointed down. Sits on a wooden stand in front of a large window. Armor looks decorative. The helmet and the sword look to be genuine items of good quality.
Karzis is gonna go over and touch the suit of armor and kind of jangle it a little bit.
Okay.
Is it sufficiently jangled?
Yeah, shifts around a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a suit of armor. I don't know what to tell you there, Karzis.
I thought they might be in there.
Fair. Okay. This
Right.
isn't fair. I'm so fucking foggy right now, man. Let's see.
All right, so we're in like a hall, like a landing at the top, and what doors do we have?
So there's a landing at the top. There's a door to the right.
Mhm.
If you go to the left, there's like a little kind of hallway with some railing, and there's a door there too. You also see, as you look up above the armor, there is a door that appears to potentially lead into an attic.
Up into the attic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why don't we just start at the top and work our way down?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
So we're gonna go up in the attic.
Up into the attic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's pulling the door down?
Well, I obviously cannot reach it.
Is it hard to reach?
I'm tiny. I'm
I mean, you guys could get it. You also have a rogue arcane trickster and a wizard who I'm sure both of you guys have mage hand.
yeah, I got mage hand. I pull that shit down, then fine. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I forgot I had mage hand, man. We don't play enough.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, you grab it, you pull down. Where is the attic area? Okay, yeah, it comes down. There's not a whole lot of light up there. I mean, it's an attic. But there are stairs that pull down that you are able to go up if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my head in there. Just kind of get, look around. I have dark vision goggles.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it looks like an attic. Runs the length of the building. It's pretty stuffy up there. There is some dust up here. I said like it was really well kept downstairs and everything like that. There is a decent layer of dust and some things up here. But there's not a whole lot that you can see. It just looks kind of like an empty storage space, but it's not being used for anything at the moment.
And the dust hasn't been like disturbed or anything like that.
Are you just poking your head up there still, or have you gone up?
Let's say I go up a little bit just so I can get the lay of the land.
Okay. Yeah, do an investigation check or survival check if you're looking for footprints.
Okay, so survive. Let's do an investigation check. I got a 15.
15. You can't quite tell if anything has been disturbed, but you're looking through here, and there's not a whole lot of light other than from what you're. And I'm sorry, did you say you did go up, or are you still just like this?
I'd say I'm like this.
Your whole head is up there.
Yeah.
You can't quite see anything from where you are, other than the fact that just immediately around you, like to get up here, you kind of have to like, put your hands down, do everything. There's nothing disturbed in the immediate vicinity, but you don't know about anything else around here. The mansion was pretty long from what you could tell outside just looking, and there were the main hallways going either way. So you can tell that there is space one way and the other way up in this attic.
Hey, Karzis, it looks just like an attic. An attic is a room where you put the things you don't want anymore.
Are there unwanted things in it?
Yeah, there's a lot of unwanted. There's a thing called dust. That just it's like when time is just sad and it just lays. I don't know. Dust is a thing. It's like dirt that just kind of accumulates on things when you don't touch it.
Fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of it up there.
I'm gonna hand you a sample vial, and I go to hand him the sample vial. Give me some dust, please. so
Yeah,
I
I
can
just-
observe this
Cool.
collective
I just
time.
scrape that fucking vial across the floor up there, and then just like, yeah, dust. I don't know. It might be human skin cells. Who knows? Nobody really knows what dust is. And I hand it to her.
Fascinating, and just carefully labels it with my pen that I have, my quill, and then just puts it into my robe.
Of course.
I have some dust now.
Very proud of it.
I
Mhm.
guess we're back in the. I guess we just go into one of the rooms. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you want to go. I would want to go into the hallway, into like that area, and then into that room.
Like
Okay.
around the stairs and in?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Was there, all right, no portrait there. Okay. So you guys, are you just like going into all these rooms? Just like, I want to go there. In you go.
Yeah,
Okay. This is, what room is this?
because it doesn't really seem dangerous. It just seems bewildering more so
Okay.
than anything.
Yeah.
Sure. You open up this room and you step inside, and Karzis, you will kind of recognize what this place is because it's kind of what you thought the last room you went into was. Most of this room is taken up by long wooden tables covered with glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls, and they contain all manner of specimens. Just below the ceiling in the middle of the room, colorful globes circle each other in an intricate dance. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky with a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door. So you can tell, Karzis, this, to your delight,
Is
looks
the
to be a
bathroom.
laboratory.
Laboratory, right.
There are skulls, bones, mounted animals, rocks, minerals, dried plants, jars with creatures floating in liquid, measuring glasses, devices, all kinds of stuff. So you walk in and you're probably just like, I'm home. They have this above the water. There is a portrait in here, big portrait. It is a green dragonborn wearing heavy white armor with sapphire accents. They have a shield and a morning star. And you guys would know this just from not having to roll anything. Nigel, you would for sure. Karzis, you probably would too. There is the symbol of Bahamut that is on the shield and on the armor. So this could be a paladin in service of Bahamut. And there is a name underneath. It is Corinne. Oh, I'm going to butcher this last name. Verthis Sarthergeish. You heard me. Spell
Okay.
that.
This is obviously not something you wrote.
Why do you say that? Maybe I went into Xanathar's Guide to Everything and went to the name generator.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So I guess Karzis is gonna look around. I'm gonna do like, and it's just like a very clean lab, right?
I mean, there's stuff everywhere. There are books on tables. If you just do a quick look around, there's all kinds of different subjects: astronomy, astrology, natural philosophy, charts, and mathematical formulas on a blackboard. Just all kinds of shit in here.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna roll investigation on the room.
Go for it.
Anything stands out to me.
Go for it.
A 16.
You're going through, Nigel. You're looking at things. There's there's all the ornamentation on the wall and the star on the of like stars and things. There is that big starburst on the door that's over there. You start looking through the books just to see like books. Jimson tried to give you books at one point. I think that probably turned you off of books.
Yeah, that's why I'm made a pact with a eldritch being.
Exactly. So therefore, you do see a book that you recognize, strangely, that you're just like, I've seen that before. It is, and you mainly recognize it because of the portrait that's on the spine. It is a book that is entitled, as you know, Secrets of a Secure Sanctuary. It is the book that Jimson was dealing with. And the only thing that you notice that's different, as you kind of show Cars is, hey, isn't this the book? There is a letter that's on the spine of the book that was not on the original that you guys saw, and it is the letter T.
Okay.
T or P?
T.
Okay, like the beverage.
Correct.
Karzis is gonna take the book from Nigel as long as he's not like resisting.
Oh, Nigel 100% as soon as he recognized the book, tossed it over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not give a shit about books.
So
Not
the
his favorite.
only difference in this copy is that it has a T on it.
Correct.
Like the inside is still all gobbledygook, a million languages.
Yes.
Okay. Karzis is still gonna like carry it with him so that he has that.
I want to read the book. You know what? Fuck it.
You're gonna start reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading the book.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast.
Read the book.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm gonna do, bud. I'm gonna cast. Comprehend languages.
Wonderful.
So that lets me, for the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You can also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. All right.
Okay.
I want to just kind of skim through it and see if I can get some kind of like bearing on what the hell's going on here.
How long does that go for?
That goes for an hour.
Oh, hell. Okay. This is a very thick book.
Okay.
So I will let you read that. And I'm sure you're relaying things to Karzis. Karzis is taking notes to try to figure out what the hell is going on with this stuff. How long does Nigel want to dedicate to this?
Yeah, let's, you know what, here, I'll roll a d20. 16 minutes.
Cool. All righty. Well, you guys do that. And we'll go ahead and switch over to Callista, Og, and Steven.
The only last thing I was going to say is that
Yes.
I was going to say to Nigel, look for any mention of time. I don't know if that would make a difference, but
Oh,
like
yeah, that'd make a
time-
huge difference. If you're just like
Yeah.
flipping through looking for something, if you're looking for a specific thing, yeah, I would think so.
Okay, cool. All right, Callista, Og, you guys are with Steven,
Sorry, guys.
and you are you were headed up these stairs after going through and investigating. Are you on? Is your mic on, Callista?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
These stairs,
mean-
aren't they the same stairs that they went up? Like, shouldn't we have passed each other in the hall?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes, stop metagaming.
Sorry.
No,
We
I'm
got to the top
guessing
of the stairs.
You guys, yeah, you see
time
the
has passed.
suit of armor has a sword pointed down. It has a pretty nice helmet on. There is a door that looks to be an attic door. You can go to the right, and there's a door to your right. There's a little landing around the left. There's a door over there. As you get up there, the attic has been pulled down, and there are stairs leading up.
Og, you want to try peeking your head up there to see? I mean, I've got this leg, and it's stairs.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll go take a look.
one real quick question, just for my theater of mind, going forward. What's Callista doing movement-wise right now? Is she just kind of like hopping around? Is she strapped?
She
to
has
all?
a prosthetic.
Okay.
Athletic leg, yeah.
It's it's nothing special, but
Okay.
it's enough to get around. Something a little bit better than a peg leg, I would hope.
Okay.
Yeah, running
Or
and
somewhat articulating.
Okay,
running and things may be a little difficult. Didn't you guys have a little wasn't the backpack altered to fit either
Mhm.
Callista or Nigel, and she could sit like piggyback style or like riding like
Or
a
gutter style, yeah.
yeah.
Baby Bjorn.
Yes. Yes. So if need be, Og can carry me and piggyback, or I can cover the rear.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
So yeah, there is that. It takes a certain amount of time to get in and out of, if I recall correctly. And then, but yeah, if Callista has to like run or sprint at any given time, then it could be potentially difficult and hazardous.
My
So-
my apologies.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. So Callista, Og, you see that Steven is with you. I think it's funny, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You guys are going up there and you see this stuff, and you guys hear a noise that's a little disturbing, and it's coming from behind Callista and Og, and you just kind of hear a
I
you
look
turn around.
around.
Yeah, Steven's holding his tum tum.
He ate too
He just
much.
goes,
He ate too much cat
"Hey,
food.
you guys,
Oh
Told
no.
you not
this is
to.
really a good time, but
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go ask Human where the business is done."
well,
I thought he meant emotionally unpack some shit, not like literally.
go ahead. I mean, let's go. Should we all go with you so we don't get
that's-
separated?
Sometimes it's too much information, but I just got I am wearing plate armor, and this could go very badly very quickly. I'm gonna try to go quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you? Whenever I'll just yell for you guys, and you tell. Oh, just tell me where you are. And he starts like kind of hobbling down quickly, down the stairs, headed towards the kitchen for cumin and coriander.
I think historically plate armor actually had like a shit sack on it on the
Ew.
inside.
Well, Karzis can go ahead and Google that because they're not doing anything at the moment. So yeah, Steven runs off to go shit because I think that's funny.
Hmm.
All right, so what do you guys want to do, Callista, Og?
I guess Og is gonna poke his head up in the or go check out the attic, since Callista was like, "Hey, Og, take a look up there." So
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Og's strong point. Actually, Og's perception is okay.
Not bad.
It's actually +4. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
So 11 because I rolled poorly.
Not a whole lot of light up here. Dust on things. Can't really tell if there's anything up here just from poking your head up. There's a strange little like scratch mark that's next to the door. But other than that, it doesn't appear that anyone's been up here for quite some time.
Okay.
Anything, Og?
Not really. A little scratch next to the entrance, but that's the only thing Og sees.
Okay. Well, if nothing's moving, we were going left last time, right? We were hugging the left.
Yes.
Do you want to keep going to what rooms there may be left?
Works for Og.
To the left.
To the left.
Start hobbling.
To the left, to the left.
To the right, to the
Everyone
right, to the
party
front,
to
to
the left. All right. Yeah, you guys go in, open up the door. And you find a laboratory. Imagine that. With the description that I gave almost precisely to the word, not too terribly long ago. There's skulls, bones, mounted animals, books, all kinds of shit. There is what looks to be like a star map on the wall. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky with a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door.
I'm immediately looking for the big paintings or the book with
You see the big
same
painting
book.
of a green dragonborn, appears to be a paladin in a heavy white armor with sapphire accents, a shield, and a morning star. You're looking for books?
Mm-hmm.
And there are books in this room.
The same book that we found the I and the B and the R.
Roll for it.
Is that a perception or an investigation? That's a
Whichever
perception.
one you prefer.
I'd
Perception
like
is a
it.
quick glance. Investigation is you're really looking and looking.
I'm really looking, but
Yeah, investigation.
oh, motherfucker, it's a 9. I rolled a 4. Damn it.
9. You're looking around, you're going through like
Nice.
every single book. You're using your hug the left strategy, and you're just throwing all the books down. You're checking them to see if anything pull off and like a cabinet swings open, any of this stuff. You make it like all the way around to the other side of the door. It takes a little while for you to get through all of these books as you're throwing things and trying to go through, but you do find a book, Secrets of a Secure Sanctuary. And you find one that has a letter T on the spine.
Got it.
Mhm.
Brit. I start Brit in all the languages. What else makes that?
It could be tribute.
Tribute, all the languages. Nothing. Cool.
Beautiful.
I mean, we're not close to the entrance anyways, so we don't know. We don't really know how this works. Yeah, we have BRIT.
Not ribs. Okay.
Could be
Not
brittle.
ribs.
Onward to the left.
Onward to the left.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Are you so? There is another door in this room.
Oh, okay. Well,
other
yeah,
than
we'll
what you
finish
guys
checking
came
this
into.
room.
Check
Well,
for
yeah, we'll finish
traps?
checking this room out.
Check for traps. Okay, yeah, check for traps.
Motherfuckers, 8.
Looks to be a door.
So
There's a golden sun over it. That's the biggest thing that you've noticed in comparison to the other doors that you've been in this place is there is something decorated on over it.
sunburst, you said.
Sunburst, yeah.
Mm. In we go. I checked for
Alright.
traps. It's good.
Sure. All right. You open it up. The door opens into a dark, open space, offering a view of the starry firmament of the night sky. 5 telescopes mounted on bronze plates point toward the constellations above. In the middle of the space, a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal sits in a circular brass stand. The room is a detailed and convincing illusion of a grassy knoll on a moonless night. Springy turf compresses underfoot, and when the doors to the room are closed, the starry night sky is visible in all directions.
We can still open the door.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can close it.
So is it the room is the room actually outside, or is the room like it's like a illusion where it just looks like it's like a solarium?
You can check.
Yes. What would that be? Arcana?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm not sure if he trusts this real sky.
I want to see how much of it is an illusion.
Okay, what are you doing?
Is that an arcana roll? Is that a
Depends on what you're checking for.
inside?
You tell me what you're rolling, or what you're trying to.
I want to see how much is the sky an illusion? Is the grassy knoll an illusion? Is it a teleported space?
Okay, if you're looking for something magical, then yes, Arcana. If you're trying to physically investigate stuff, then it would be investigation.
Magic. Man, I'm not awesome tonight. It's 14.
14. I mean, it could very well be. I mean, you know of bardic troops that use magic to create a scene. You know that there are things like Leomund's tiny hut and different spells clearly that you are in right now to make things appear what they are not. So this could very well be an illusion. From what you can tell, or you walk into this room and you're transported to somewhere completely otherwise because they can teleport portals, things like that. So
Not sure what this is, Og, but yeah, I don't trust it either. Do you see any other doors or books? I'm looking for that book again. Every room.
there are no books in here.
Is there
Just
anything
the
else in here of
telescopes and the
note?
crystal that's in the center.
What was the thing in the center? You said it's a crystal.
It's a sphere of clear crystal that sits in a circular brass stand.
Can we reach the crystal?
Yeah. You can touch it, you can rub it, you can lick it, do whatever you want.
Can I pick it up out of the stand and see if the projection stops? See if that breaks the matrix?
Sure, you can lift it out.
Okay, I do it. Just to see if it stops the
The
projection.
grassy knoll and stuff stays there, but the sky fades a little bit, and the stars fade.
Like my nephew's nightlight.
Why do you need telescopes to watch fake sky?
Maybe they don't like the bugs on the outside for real.
Fair.
Onward?
Yeah, sound good.
Well, before
Continue
you
to the left. Oh,
rolling anything else in here?
I guess I'll go take a quick look at one of the telescopes because he's confused, still thinks that's weird.
Okay, sure. So there are 5 different telescopes. They're all pointed upwards. There are lots of different constellations above you. Just picking a random one and looking through.
Yeah, whichever one looks shiniest.
Okay. You look through, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's like not a light around that's going to diminish it. It's just very vibrant, very bright. Og, you can go ahead and roll me either a intelligence check or an insight check, whichever you would prefer.
I'll do insight. Oh, 16. Rolled reasonably well.
Okay.
goodness.
There is you're looking through, and of course Og is just like, ooh, shiny, ooh, pretty. And as you're looking at all this stuff, it clicks to you a little bit that you've seen some of these before, not from like just like adventuring and going outside. Like you've seen these kind of recently, just like shapes and things start matching up, and you're just like, you've seen these very recently.
Interesting. I'll relay that to Callista. Like something seemed familiar about how these star shapes look.
You've seen it before?
Think so.
Callista,
take
if
a
you want to roll
peek.
an insight or an intelligence, you may.
Yeah.
Yeah. Intelligence is not Og's strong point, but
I mean, it's not really mine either.
And you can do it with not inspiration, advantage, since Og kind of told you
Okay.
more clues and stuff.
Advantage.
Oh, get out.
How's about a 24? That'll work.
That will work.
Nice.
Callista, you go
Ew.
through and you start looking up and you're like, we have. And then it clicks to you, all the constellations in this room in the night sky are constellations that were in the other room on the star map.
Okay.
oh,
I share this with Og, but I mean, so these are their favorites? Why these in
They're-
particular?
was there anything? Og's gonna go back in the other room and take a closer look at the star map.
Okay.
I'm gonna go assist.
Yeah, go for it. You guys start looking through. You see right away that yes, these are matched up, the constellation, the star map of the constellations that are in there. And you notice most of the stars are represented by just dots and small circles. But the 5 most prominent stars in each of the constellations are rendered as blazing silver suns in each of those constellations. So 5 constellations, but the most prominent star, instead of just a little dot, is like a silver sun.
Is the silver sun similar to
Let's
the
see.
golden sunburst?
5 silver suns, 5 telescopes. Og have idea.
Go.
So Og's gonna try to do a rough sketch of how to identify like the constant where these important stars are on these
Puzzle?
constellations,
Mhm.
and then he's gonna go back in the other room and try to find each of them on with the telescopes.
Okay, so you're finding each star with a different telescope?
Yes.
Awesome. You go do that. You go through. You're shouting back and forth, Callista. You're pointing. You're finding the star. Once they all go through.
Then we get the master
you
sword.
align all the telescopes. The light of the stars are focused through them onto the crystal ball, and they're refracted to illuminate a door on a wall.
New door?
New door.
Oh,
Ooh,
good job, Og.
Shiny door.
Good job.
Shiny
Man,
door.
that thinking cap has been doing you real good lately.
And he didn't
Ogla.
even use it right now.
Yes.
But it's rubbing off.
Yes. Well, really, realistically, it's more. I didn't have anyone else to really add that I could suggest that to think of it for Og. So maybe a
call.
bit out of character for Og.
Good
But,
call.
but I did roll I did roll decently on the perception though, or
Yeah.
insight.
It was a bind effort. Yeah.
So yeah,
There's
let's
a door
investigate
that's
this.
been illuminated with you
door.
guys doing this.
shiny
You go
door.
through?
What's over this
Okay.
door?
All right. All right. New illuminated door. You going in?
Yeah.
All right.
Check for
You go into
traps.
the room. What?
Check for traps.
Okay, go
No.
for it.
Well, that's not going to help nobody's 10. It's fine.
It was an invisible door that's now visible that you had to use a puzzle to figure out where it is.
Good call.
Fancy door.
Yeah.
Protected door. Secret door. You going in?
Yeah, I'll go
Yep.
check it out. Og's very proud of himself. So
As well he should be. Okay, Og, you open up the door. You look in. It is a very barren room. You expected to find treasures, something super important, like the master of the house, like anyone that was just like, there's a reason this is there. The room is bare, except for a bookshelf covered in chains that's against one wall. There's a plain wooden bench, a reading desk that's built into the shelves, and a book with the bust of a mage on its cover sits on the desk.
Checking out the books. Looking for my book.
You looking for the book?
Mm-hmm.
Well, by God, wouldn't you know it? The book on the front is a copy of Secrets of Your Sanctuary. My God. And it has the letter L on its spine. Let me see here.
said L.
An L. There is a portrait that is in this room. It is not complete. It is just being started. So there is the general shape of someone or something that is there. No facial features, nothing super detailed. There is a plaque on the bottom of the painting, but it is blank.
So is there anything like noteworthy on it that we can like, or it's just completely like it's just like a rough outline of something and that's
Yeah,
all?
like it was just being started, but nothing distinguishing has been put in there yet. Like general figure that is kind of like, it appears instead of armor, it looks to be wearing robes, but that's all you got. There's no like there's a bit of a background, like all the backgrounds have been kind of in the same locale, which you can probably guess is this place. But nothing like there's really no way of knowing who the hell this is at the moment.
Nothing else to really inspect or look through in here.
The
I mean,
bookshelf is filled with books, but the books
It's
have
chained.
chains on all of them.
Like the chain
Yeah.
to the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of in the first Doctor Strange, there were certain books that had
Yeah, I
chains
was gonna
on them
say.
that you couldn't take away from the bookshelf. I think Harry Potter had some too, in like the secret
Mhm.
library,
Yeah.
or the restricted library. Similar.
Og's gonna mention books probably chained for a reason. Maybe you should wait to look at them until we have other people with us, just in case.
Probably a good plan. I don't think there's anything else special in this room anyway.
Callista, Og, do a
Yeah.
perception check for me real quick.
A what?
Perception check for me.
Nat 20. 25.
15. So
You guys are looking, you're making your notes, you're looking at all these books, you're figuring out if you want to touch any, go take them off, do anything else. And you hear something coming towards the room fairly quickly. And we'll switch back to Nigel and Tarsus. Hey guys, Nigel, you were looking at if there was any mention of time in this book.
Yes.
I mean, you're looking through, from what you knew from Jimson saying this book's a pain in the ass, this book's a pain in the ass. Like, it is, like, with your comprehend languages, you don't have to worry about switching through languages, you're just reading it. But it almost, it's the same thing, like it goes through and it's talking about, like, there's the introductory and it's all nice. And you're like, boring. And you go through and it's like, constructing a spell, and it goes through and it's just like, it starts to give like the outline of what you're going to do, and then it just goes off on bullshit or like goes over itself again, which you could tell might be the switching up of languages. But when it starts getting close to a point, it changes up to something else. And so you're just flipping through, going through all this stuff. I will say, let's see, 16 minutes. Just do a quick luck roll for me. Just do a 20.
15.
15. If you're looking specifically for time-related stuff, I will say that that is something that you probably glance over a little bit, that could be a precautionary measure for something if you are trying to create a secure sanctuary, is that depending on who goes in, when they go in, at what time, with different people, whatever the case may be, that there can be like a safeguard put in that time either works differently from going in, coming out, all kinds of stuff, just like it is an added measure of security. But it doesn't go into any like specific details of how to counteract it, get around it. If you're just going through that amount of time, you probably get through and you like find a couple things about time manipulation, and that kind of says, oh yeah, time's fucked up. And Nigel knows that what he was looking for is found, and he probably is done with the book then at that time.
So hypothetically, I guess I should say this in character. So I think what happens is that just because you come into the mansion at one time doesn't mean you go inside the mansion at the same time.
First is gonna nod and kind of, because has Nigel been like explaining everything, like reading aloud?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Carson.
And I'm sure there's been a lot of person like, what the fuck is this? This is why I hate books. Like flipping through pages and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, he's giving you the gist of what he's reading very frustratingly.
Okay.
And
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it seems the same to me. I don't think we're gonna get any more from this book right now. I still want to like carry it with me. Like Car's still gonna take it with him for later, but you know.
Sure.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna try the Rocky Talkie out.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jimson, you there, bud? Cool.
Nothing.
Good talk.
So
I
you
guess-
guys are in this laboratory. There is another door that has funny, wouldn't you imagine, it has a starburst over it, like I said before, or you can leave the room and go to check out the other door.
So Nigel thinks this is some big giant like maze thing now at this point. I'm gonna use my let me see what do I have? My rapier.
If you're a rogue, you probably have grease paint or something like that on you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put some I'm gonna just kind of start marking doors after we go through them.
You're gonna vandalize the mansion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Just a little X, not a big X.
Yeah.
I think Karzus is
A little
gonna go
X, so I know.
and start like looking at the constellations, because I'm also thinking if Karzus as a Triton would know really what a constellation was.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's fairly foreign. Like you've probably never seen it yourself, but depending on the books that you've had available to you in Arco, things that like people have dropped, like it was a big trading town, so I'm sure they've exchanged knowledge and you guys have gone through. Maybe you haven't seen them yourself, but I'm sure you know the concept of stars and going through and things like that, because like they were used for navigation and all kinds of things. So I'm sure Karzus has an idea of what they are, but this is probably the first time of him like seeing anything and being like, this is them, you know?
Yeah. And also, well, and we spent like 5 days. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He probably did. Yeah.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
So he is probably gonna be like looking, and does he like recognize the constellations? Like, are they marked?
Roll history.
Okay. Got a 7.
None that you can remember from like things you've seen. So they may just be other fancy stars that you don't know about or have seen with your own eyes.
I think I'm gonna try to go through the door.
Okay. Open up the door. You find you're strangely outside in a meadow, and the stars are overhead. And there's 5 bronze telescopes and a clear crystal ball in the middle of a brass. The fuck I called it. I closed the book. A brass thing.
All right, not to like super meta game. I'm gonna just roll to see if I can figure out this puzzle.
Go for it. Do the thing.
I got a 19. I figured the puzzle out.
I'd say you figured it out if you did a 20.
Okay.
I would.
You know what? That's fair.
No. 19. Nigel's probably like, where the fuck are we? And like going back and forth between the rooms. I'm sure he's trying to make a game out of it a little bit. I'm inside, I'm outside. I feel grass, I feel wood. I'm sure he's like pulling up grass and trying to throw it inside and see if it stays there. I'm home alone and I thought like I heard something. I'm sorry.
Home intruder.
It's probably my cats being dumb
yeah.
or potentially trying to throw up because Murray likes to announce himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. More likely than not, it's cats doing something cat-like. So
My baby does that.
Like I appreciate that Murray announces when he's gonna throw up, because he's not subtle about it. He'll be like 4 rooms away and I'll hear just like well, and I like fucking dart out of bed, like get a towel, like don't do it yet. Like, well, hold it in. Sorry, I digress. Nigel's doing shit. Cars is going through. I mean, yeah, you guys will figure that out. With a 19, it's fine. Cars, you roll an investigation for me for shits and giggles.
Okay.
See if Nigel can rub it in that he's smarter than you.
I got a 15.
Okay, well, combined effort, yeah. Let's say you guys figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, secret door. There's a secret door.
I love doors. And then I just
You open
go
it.
through the door, right?
Go. Karzus would be very interested in what was behind that door.
Okay. Nigel, Karzus, there you open it up and there is strange enough beyond any time you've opened a door in this place, there is a flash, a very bright flash that goes off in your eyes, and both of you guys are momentarily blinded just because of how distinctly bright it is. And then we'll go ahead and switch back to Callista and Og. Callista, you know without a fact something, you are the only people in this house other than Steven, and he's been announcing himself wherever he's going. You know the clunk of his armor, and now there's something very quickly coming up behind you into this room.
I mean, I'm going to get behind Og.
is there enough room under the bed to hide?
Under the bed, there's a bench. There's
under the bench. Is there enough room under the bench to hide?
Built in for like a deck. Og tries to dive underneath the bench.
Like, quick hide.
Wait a minute, don't I have like darkness or something?
I feel like while we're trying to figure this out,
there's
the door probably open.
Rumble There's a bit of a rumble just in the room and the mansion in general. Callista, as you hear something coming up behind you.
I mean, I can turn and cast darkness in that direction.
Is that what you want to do?
Let me make sure it doesn't actually damage anything. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Okay.
Darkness in that direction, just darkness.
Just
While
darkness
hiding
to where,
behind
like,
Og.
so in front of you guys, not enveloping the room and just out there.
Out in the hall where we came from, wherever the behind us
Okay.
is.
All right, you cast darkness, and you cannot now see anything that's coming. You dart behind Og and just flash it up. Og is diving underneath the bench. Yeah, Og, you can get under the bench. Go for it. See if you
Sweet.
roll acrobatics. See if you can bend yourself under this bench.
17.
You fucking somehow you get under there, but it's clearly not tall enough, so it's like creaking as it's going across the floor and just like rattling and shit like that. But you are under this bench. Callista, you now have nothing in front of you but darkness, and Og has dove under this bench.
I'm ducking behind Og in his bench.
You're going under there as well, Callista.
Not under,
falls
I'm like
down
behind
fast.
him. Like
So it's even more just like a clattering of shit.
I feel like Og has probably hid under
darkness,
things
you
like
can't
this a
see
lot when he was little. So
Nigel, Karzis, you guys are blinded by this flash. You're rubbing your eyes. You can't see shit. Even when you open your eyes, there's nothing there. And you just hear this there's a bit of a rumble in this room, and there's just a clattering, something happening in front of you. It's just like screeching, and you can't see anything.
I guess Cars is gonna like call out and be like, Nigel, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Let me try something.
we hear him,
He wants to try something. Hang on.
but
yeah, let's see
Yeah.
what he's trying first.
Yeah.
That's probably more entertaining.
Yeah, I accidentally moved away from my character sheet. I apologize. My bad, guys. Let me see how many spells I got left before I do this.
Oh God, Og's probably gonna get hit with like something.
No, we don't. Oh man, I'm just gonna put my mage hand. I'm just gonna push it forward like as hard as I can.
You're gonna push your mage hand forward?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before you do this, Nigel, I know you know that your mage hand is not strong, and
Yeah.
it's mainly used for grabbing and pulling things. It's not going to do any damage.
I just want to see if it touches something. I want to know what it touches and see.
You
if
wouldn't know that because you can't feel through your mage hand, and you're in complete darkness, so you can't see. You can throw it out, but
So I
it's
can
just
even
like
see with. I have dark vision for 60 feet.
you can't see anything.
Magical darkness.
Oh shit! I'm gonna freak the fuck out because I think I'm back in the hell dimension.
Nigel has a panic attack.
Yeah.
I consider this a success.
Yeah.
Can we
Nigel
hear
just like,
him?
oh,
He just starts
Jesus.
hyperventilating and falls over.
Yeah, he's like just in a ball, like, oh God, not again! Not the dogs! Not the dogs! Not the dogs! Not the
So you
dogs!
just freak out.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess do a will save for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Not will save, wisdom. God damn it. See, I'm playing Pathfinder. I got different fucking terminology now.
I got a 12.
I will say you're actively frightened right now.
Tight.
So yeah, you go down and you're like, oh God, not again. Oh, why did I do this? Excuse me, Callista Og. You throw that up there, you hear things coming through. You're screeching going under. You hear voices go through. With the screeching of the fucking bench, you can't quite tell who it is, what it is, and then ringing out above everything is something I'm sure you've heard many times before is, oh God, not again. Please no.
Nigel, is that you?
Oh God, Callista, did you get trapped in the hell dimension as well?
We're not in the hell dimension. We're in the mansion. Where are you? I keep leaving the darkness up for just a little longer.
Our friends, we found them.
Walk forward, and I dissipate it.
Are either of you cats?
Walk forward into the darkness, Nigel.
Either of you cats. Yeah,
No, I'm a tiefling.
yeah, Callista, you dissipate the darkness. Cars, as you're standing there, you see Callista and Og both on the floor underneath a bench in an empty room with a bookshelf. Nigel's on the floor fucking rocking himself in the fetal position, just shaking, going, never again, never again, never again.
Why did they have human faces?
The darkness goes away, and you see a couple faces. Even though they're ones you recognize, you still kind of have a because as the darkness fades, you see the faces first, and you think they're coming for you, and then you see the bodies come with it. Because also Callista and Og are on the floor, so we're on the same level with you. So they're like fucking like right in front of you almost.
Very rude of you to give me this
And now you're
temptation to torture him.
together.
Yay.
Karzus is gonna go and look at the bookshelf. Just
Sure,
immediately.
Yeah, you guys, Karzus, bookshelf, fucking tons of books. They're all chained to this thing.
Mhm.
They don't have any, they don't really have any titles to them on the spines.
I don't know if
But-
any of y'all other than Les ever watched Star versus the Forces of Evil, but there's a the dogs with human faces reminds me of this.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check it out later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
but there aren't really
Yes.
any titles to the books, but there are a ton of them, and they are all chained. So, are you just looking? Are you touching? Are you burning them to ash? What are we doing here?
I
I'm gonna
think I'm
here,
gonna
let me
do-
just do one thing real quick before we start touching forbidden books, and I'm gonna
That
cast-
never goes badly.
Yeah. Hey, just
Nigel says, "Let me do one thing really quick."
Let's try something real quick. I'm gonna cast protection of evil and good on us.
A good thing.
On everyone, because I think that's just for one person.
To the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected. All right, Karzus, I'm gonna touch Karzus. Here, go wild, bud. And then I touch Karzus, and he's now got a protection from evil and good for 10 minutes.
Sure. Okay.
This guy's an amulet that does that.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. So you're just grabbing a book.
No, so I was gonna do kind of an arcana check, just like observing. I know I've looked at already, but like a full like arcana. Can I
sure.
sense anything?
Yeah, go for it. What are you trying to sense in particular?
I'm trying to sense if my hand's going to explode if I touch one of these.
Okay, yeah, okay, go for it.
All right,
Is
so
there
I
any
got
like
a,
major protection on these from just like fiddling with them?
yeah. So
Gotcha.
I
Yeah, go for it.
got, a 20.
The chains are on there, but you can't tell, or you can tell that just by physically touching them, grabbing them, open, like there's nothing that's like going to, like I'm sure you've come across things or read spells that's just like a, what was the word? Like a disturbance spell. Like you put something on there, if they touch a chest, the chest fucking electrocutes people. It's nothing like that. So you're not getting that vibe at all magically, that if you touch this thing, that something really bad is going to happen.
Oh, maybe they're chained there just so nobody could take them out of there.
Did you say that out loud as Og? Or
Uh,
Maybe it's a decorative thing. I don't
Og
know.
can have, listen, Og has rolled some clutch fucking intelligence checks. So
Yeah.
even though Og may not be very learned, Og can still have
Yes.
good ideas. Stupid people can still be great fucking perceptive and
Mhm.
come up with things that no one else does.
I do
Yeah,
like the
for
idea
Nigel's got.
that Shiny is just like has something wrong with it and it's just like leaking onto him and he's getting smarter, but by like
It's like
not-
radiation, but good radiation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Karzus wasn't here when I created the character. Og actually, when he was little, was very intelligent, and then got moderate brain damage from having his head bashed in by his father. So
Oh,
Yeah, his dad's a fucking asshole.
yes,
oh no.
yes, Og's father is a monster. But
Oh,
so
no.
yeah, it's been my justification actually. So sometimes when Og like actually does have say something particularly insightful or an intelligence,
Bleeding
it's not that
through.
his brain doesn't work at all. It's just that like 9 out of 10 times it sort of misfires. So
He has his moments of clarity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not going to be injured from what you can tell by grabbing these.
Okay. So I am gonna slowly pull down a book
Okay.
and open it.
Yeah, you pull it down, chain comes down, you put it on the slab, you open it up. What would be a good subject for this book to be about? Garzus.
I guess probably like spells of protection, since that's kind of like the whole theme, and that's like what Jimson was like looking to do.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I love it. Sure. That is exactly what this book is about. Like
Wow.
high level protection spells, just weaving specific like runes and enchantment circles, just really kind of high level, detailed, important, not necessarily forbidden stuff, but with all of your studies and skills in the magic arts, you've never heard of anything like kind of like this. So it almost might be like, well, give me an insight check real quick. Everyone can do an insight check if you want to, as Karzus is putting shit down and looking and kind of weird thing like this is
Probably like speaking out, like talking out loud about all this stuff too.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
5.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
Og's good ideas.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See, Og clutch again. Og, as she's telling you this stuff and you're looking through it, I'm sure once she touches things, you guys pull things down as well. I mean, this is a clearly protected with having to get here. I didn't use specific shit. This is a protected space. This is very important knowledge and probably someone's personal collection. That yeah, they don't necessarily want to go anywhere else. And what is in these books could be any number of things, but from what Karzus found right away, it was knowledge of protection that may not be available or known to a lot of other people. This is probably really good shit in these books.
So was the
Interesting.
book I pulled down like
grab a book.
Hang on. Karzus is first.
sorry, I was just gonna say, was it like the perfect book? Was it like exactly what I wanted to read and what I, as my character with my knowledge, could understand? Like, was it like a perfect book?
Like, are all of these books, if you bring it down, it's going to tell you exactly what you want to know?
Yeah.
In your instance, yes, just so I could set this up, but that's not what this entire library is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I should stop searching for the best magic books.
So Karzus, yeah, you're going through, it's like all kinds of spells on protection, things like that. As a wizard, you have a spell book, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a D6 for me.
I got a 4.
Okay. Murray, get your ass out of here. Sorry. My fucking asshole cat who's going to be a foreign body one day was trying to eat. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Dumbass. Okay. Karzus, I will let you look through the wizard spell list and find one protection type spell of 4th level that you can copy into your spell book for free.
Nice.
Everyone else, is there anything, any subject in particular that you are wanting to look through, try to find out about in this library?
Og's been curious about the dragon below.
Okay.
I want to know if I can find anything about Mimna.
Okay.
Magic staff and spirits within.
Magic staff. Okay.
Oh, and if Steven was here, he'd probably wanting to find something about interspecies dating.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Virginity. If you don't use it, do you lose it? Or if you do lose it, can you reclaim it? Callista, Nigel, and Og, go ahead and just give me an investigation roll.
I knew my luck had to run out at some point. 2.
11.
Does anyone have inspiration they want to burn?
I do not.
Wish I did.
Oh, I do.
Well, guess what? Since a couple days ago, it told me that we were 2 years into these fucking shenanigans. Everyone gets inspiration that you can use whenever the fuck they want.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
An hour
I'm gonna-
later.
I'm
Nigel,
gonna-
you can stack this.
Yeah, I'll burn that and re-roll.
Okay.
That
Well,
20,
Nigel's excited, so I think that's a nat 20 on finding shit about Memnock.
I
Wow.
yeah, almost flipped my baby's glider. So that was
I got a 14, so not great, but better than my 2. So
Also got a 14.
Okay, so 14 for Dragon Below, 14 for Staff, and then natural 20 for Memnock. Well, let's let's start with Callista. Wait, who wants to go first?
no, I can't do that. Let's find out about him now. Sorry.
Did you want to change it?
I was gonna try and see if I could figure out something about my hat, but I don't know if there'd be something in the library about my hat.
I will
Yeah.
give you the choice.
I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with my hat. I
Okay.
feel like I've let Abe down.
Okay, all right.
Like I was all hot and heavy trying to, and then also I really feel like looking for something about Memnock is not going to make Memnock happy. So I'm just not going to do that.
Okay.
yeah, Memnock does kind of watch
I
everything
mean,
you do.
you could just ask Memnock about Memnock. You could do that too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You've given up. Speaking of failing people, you've kind of given up on talking to Memnock. I don't know what that's about. He's offering help.
I talked to him last time.
Was that when you mispronounced his name?
No, that was
Oh,
like
okay.
4 games ago.
Okay.
It's just been so long since we played.
Yeah,
If I had a child.
Truth. Callista, Og, who wants to go first? Staff or Dragon Below?
I'd say let's let Callista go first, unless she really wants to hear about the Dragon Below first.
Dealer's choice. Go.
You got
Okay,
20
well,
minutes.
okay, let's do Staff. We'll do Dragon Below, and we'll do Abe. Callista, you go through. You're looking for things about your staff. You don't find anything like 100. Like you're not flipping through books and you find a picture of your staff. Like there's nothing that holy shit there it is. But you do go through, and you find that there are kind of incredibly powerful items throughout the world, throughout continents that can do things like open portals to other planes of existence, just do a plethora of things. You've been messing around with your new toy for the better part of a week now, and you haven't figured things out, but you know that it's kind of summoned like astral ghastly projections. You know it can open up fucking portals, like all of these things, and you're just scratching the surface. If it can do all this stuff, who knows what it can do. There are things like that that are detailed in some books that could potentially be like relics, like something that could have been like gifted from the gods to particular people, individuals, or groups, many of which have been kind of lost to time. And it's kind of one of those things, like even the ones that are documented, like legendary swords or weapons or armor, there could be a huge number that are still kind of undocumented throughout the ages. Could this be one of those things? Maybe. Could it be just something that's like an archmage's fucking staff? It could be that as well. But with as much as it can do, it's definitely something very powerful. I will say that things that are so powerful could also have the possibility of having kind of a price to use, or having something detrimental to make up for the excess of ability.
Okay.
Og, the Dragon Below. You're going through a couple different books. I'm sure Shiny is lending assistance and making words. You're pronouncing words correctly for the first time in years. Your inner thesaurus is working and synonyms are just going. You find a decent amount of stuff on what is referred to as the Dragon Below. There's one book in particular that seems to be kind of the collective knowledge. The Dragon Below is something that has been known by, no one really knows what it is, right? There have been numerous groups throughout the ages that have referred to the dragon below, done things in the name of the dragon below, had different goals and aspirations, but they never quite, it always seems like something different. It's not the same race. It's not the same goal. It's not the same end game, but that always refers to the dragon below. The only other things that you see in there that refer to something other than the dragon below are different names, but it's not always the same name that is used in reference to it. There are a couple names in particular that come out when you're talking about this. I can put them into the chat for you guys too. I actually will do it along with the names of the paintings and what you saw on them. So the names that pop up in there that say anything other than the dragon below in these groups, whether they be gods or leaders or deities or demigods, whatever. There's Maliadon, there's Chrysatheris, there's Necrod, there's Eferenzath, Owokogo, and Murakwanza.
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 That sounds like a holiday.
You heard what I said. Well, it's not. Not even spelled the same. But they always kind of have something that is a higher calling. There is something that brings all of these different people together. They usually have, they're united in some way, shape, or form. There's ways for them to recognize each other's in this group. But it's never, they never just usually like go around and present themselves in like a giant, like a guild, like if you have a merchant guild, like, oh, we're part of this guild. You can find us by this. You can do this. Where there's some sort of like a unifying thing. The people that are associated with the dragon below are usually spread out in so many different areas because they can have influence in all those different areas, and they do meet up in different ways. But they very rarely, if ever, have like a dragon below convention where everyone that worships a dragon below is going to meet in this one place at this one time. It's usually just communication by all these different means, but they are usually spread pretty far out. And there is a kind of inner circle that they do have. If you keep biting that box, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you. That's how he wakes me up at 4:30 in the morning every morning. So he wants to eat. He starts biting fucking cardboard. You ate tonight, dummy.
Well, not enough. Still hungry.
Every day. Sorry. But yeah, there's never a like big like meeting going on there, but they usually do have like some sort of inner circle, like a smaller group of people that call the shots.
Okay. So the purple robes are probably like the inner circle.
That would probably be a good assumption going through there.
Okay.
And Nigel, roll me. Well, fuck, why not? Roll me a D8.
Oh.
I was gonna say a 6. Roll me an 8.
Okay. Fuck. A 1.
Well, that's kind of mean. Roll me a 4.
Okay. A 3.
Okay, you can ask me 4 questions about Abe. All you know about Abe right now is that there is most likely a soul attached to it.
Okay. How old is the soul attached to it?
Meaning, how long has it been attached to this hat? Or how old was wherever this soul came from, like the body that it came from?
Well, because the hat was made for me.
Correct.
So I got a rough idea that how old the hat is. I want to know how old they were when they were turned into a hat.
Is it a child soul or?
Yeah, that's really what I want to know.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I won't give you an age, but I will say it was an adult.
Okay.
So yeah, as opposed to like toddler, child, adolescent, adult, elderly, it was an adult.
Is there a way to return this soul to a body?
Is there a way to return the soul to the body?
A body, anybody.
Anybody. I will say
Maybe attach it to a homunculus.
yes, it's very difficult. You would probably need the skills of a very high level necromancer.
Okay. Okay, so Abe sometimes talks about how it can't really see. It feels like it's alone in the darkness. Is there any way that I might be able to alleviate some of their, I don't know.
Sew an eye into the hat.
I don't know, make it feel like he can
Draw an eye on it.
comfortable. Is there anything I could do to make him more comfortable?
So it depends on what the goal is. As far as Abe saying, I can't see, I'm alone.
Yeah.
Like, you can probably deduce that Abe cannot, he may be able to hear some things that are around the hat at certain times. Like if the hat is off and people are speaking around it, he may be able to hear. If you are speaking into the hat directly, if you're in the hat, those are times where he can be the most kind of present. If you're inside the hat, that will probably be the closest thing that he could do to see anything.
Okay.
But anything that's happening outside of the hat will probably be very difficult for him to be able to experience.
Okay. Is there a way to at least maybe give his soul a more corporeal form? Not necessarily a body, but like a form, like a ghost?
Like if you go into the hat, there's like a little like figure that appears.
Yes.
Little,
Yeah, I
like
want to
a
at least give it
unseen servant butler.
No, but like at least give him some form, so at least have some sense of self. Is there any way to do that?
I would say probably necromancer again.
Necromancer? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not as high a level necromancer, but
Depends on what you want to do. All right, one more.
Okay, if the hat's destroyed, will the soul, what happens to the soul?
It will be destroyed as well.
Okay.
It is bound to the hat if the hat ceases to exist or becomes. It's kind of like the whole thing with the bag of holding. If you destroy the bag of holding, everything inside it's destroyed. Same thing with Abe. Everything inside is destroyed. The soul gets destroyed as well.
Okay. How can give me just one more?
I will say it depends on what it is.
How do I not get sucked into it every time I put the hat on my head?
It's in the rule book. No, it's
okay.
It's essentially, yeah, it's still a hat. Like you can wear it. If you want something from the hat, you basically
I guess it senses intention.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like Wile E. Coyote that paints a black hole in the ground and all of a sudden you just fall into it. Right? Yeah.
Oh, Bean, have we explained to you what my hat is?
No, that's actually when you got done asking your questions, I was gonna ask if if like Nigel was like asking these questions of himself and then like finding the
I'm sure he's probably like, oh my God, guys, we could probably get Abe out of here. Oh,
yeah,
holy shit. Like, there might be a way to give him like some sort of form when he's in there. Guys, it's okay. I can't fall in. No one can fall into my hat. It's fine. You know, shit like
unless
that.
they want to.
At one point early in our adventure, I went into a dirty magic back alley, and I guess had I wanted a bag of holding that was a top hat that I could reach into and grab whatever I wanted out of it. I went to a shady area, and they seemingly created. I got what I wanted, but there was a soul trapped in it. So for the longest time, I wasn't sure if I was going insane or if my hat was talking to me, and it turned out that my hat was talking to me.
Yeah, we actually tested it out by Og going into his hat to see if he heard the voice as well. Have we tried putting the hat on top of a snowman to see if it brings us to life?
That's what I was hoping. I was like, maybe we put it on like a mannequin or something, and then the mannequin starts going.
Okay, so everyone got gifted their inspiration that they wanted to use or not. If they did use it, then just mark it off. We asked our questions. We went through. You're in this almost forbidden library. Everyone roll an investigation check We'll total it up. If it exceeds a certain number, I will let the group ask one particular question additionally.
Okay.
So let's see. There are 4 people. You know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to roll one for Steven as if he were here because this is a pretty important one. You know what? I'm going to text him. He can roll one, damn it. I'm not going to leave it.
Oh
up
yeah,
to
he should-
me.
This
I'll go
is
ahead
why
and
you
text
should have
him.
rolled ahead of time.
Don't be late.
Okay, so if there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the total
Hmm.
number can be 100. Okay, I've got a number
well,
in mind.
I got a
Well, when you go
12,
over 100.
so
All you guys
not
roll
great.
fucking nat 20.
What is-
19.
What
Okay.
are we rolling?
Just a D20
investigation.
or investigate. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let the computer decide this one.
I got a
Look,
7.
I'm gonna use that inspiration, guys. I'm gonna burn it on this one.
All right, let me write this.
Okay, I got a 17.
Remember your numbers.
Mhm.
No.
By inspiration.
I had a pencil. There we go. That'll work.
Get like, what's a perfect Sunday afternoon? And then we're just kind of flipping through
No,
books.
we should probably ask what's the word to get at to leave here.
Yeah.
What's the exit trigger word?
Okay. Waiting for Steven. All right, I got 17 from Nigel. I got 19 from Callista.
12 from Og.
12 from Og. What was yours, Karzis?
17.
17. I'll go ahead and do the math just so we can see what Steven needs to roll. 19, 17. Okay. I'm just gonna call him.
He was. Let me see what it is.
He messaged something saying he was going
Said
to be
he was
even
gonna have a
later and that
D20
he's
on
supposed to be
hand.
available.
And that he was gonna try to get there at 9.
Yeah,
He's
Which is
not.
8:30.
He's still in.
I'm thinking. Still got to get the kids in bed. I'm thinking with the time crunch for tonight, I'm not going to make it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to
Roll for him.
go here. And, yeah, I'm going to get into D&D Beyond. Here we go. Let's get on over to Steven. And we're going to roll his
Investigation.
investigation.
See what he does.
His investigation, it's a +3. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are you gonna roll this fucking thing for me? Huh. No, that's it.
Gotta take the number.
Well, I was trying to see if it'll do it. Oh, hang on, here we go. Investigation. Roll the thing.
Do you have like a thing set up for roll 20 from when we played Lacey's game? Because that stopped it from rolling.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be in? Oh, it did roll it in there. Okay. Oh shit. Well, the first one he rolled was a 19, which makes that a 22.
Tight.
So he actively got the highest one. Yeah, that beats the number I had in mind. So you guys go ahead and collectively think of one question agreed upon
Yeah, that we
that
want.
you want me to answer based on these books that are here.
Do we want do we want to figure out what the safe word is so we can get out of here?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be my vote unless y'all have a better idea.
That works for me.
There's nothing I really want to check out here.
Yeah.
I just want out.
I mean, we know how to get back here anyways. So if we can get out, we can probably return. So
Yeah.
I imagine Jemison would very much like to study these books if he can.
All right, so you guys are flipping through trying to find the keyword to get out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All
Do
right.
we want to say what's the keyword, or do we want to make it a little more general and say like how do we get out?
It's not going to matter. You guys go through and there you find information about like in a situation like this, you should set up a keyword and each one is going to be individually created and specific and unique, but you don't find anything in the books to give you this specific keyword to get out.
Oh, the keyword to get out's on the spine of all these books that y'all been collecting.
Lib,
Correct. Do you want another?
Libert.
Do you want another?
Libert.
Do you want another?
Libert.
Library.
Since you didn't get an answer for that one,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
What are all the
Because
letters?
I was like, "Do you want the thing to get out?"
Do we? Hey, how about we find something out about the purple cloaks?
Sure. How do we
Well, I
defeat
mean,
'em?
no, we already asked. I mean, we kind of got that information from the
I mean
Dragon Below
something
stuff.
specifically about the purple cloaks.
I don't think it's gonna have that.
Because
Like,
we can at least learn what their order name is, what their deal is. There's lots of things we could find out rather than just referring to them as the purple cloaks. Then, because I can't think of anything that's really.
oh God, is the word to exit liberate?
Probably. But
Can we save our question when we have
Yeah, let's
all
wait
of
till
the
we're all
brains
together.
together?
yeah,
So desire.
Let's save our question.
Is there anything
there's-
else weird we ran into that we were curious about? There is-
maybe figuring
oh,
out. Like, well, you know, my
So okay, so we've got the glowing rocks that we found in that mountain, the weird soul rocks that from that the mining pit.
my father having a complete split personality and not recognizing me.
Oh, actually, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to go off of that, you guys, when you were on Mount Nimbus, you found the big old stone that wasn't a stone that disappeared. Yeah, Nigel's dad was seemingly a different person. There's Best Men over in Best Bluff. There is things in Arcove and the
Yeah, I mean they're all things we should probably be investigating, but I feel like the one that's the most personal would probably be the one about Nigel's dad.
I mean, if we're
So-
looking through a bookcase, would there be something about Nigel's dad in the bookcase?
Well, it would probably be something that would that might explain what happened with those symptoms.
Okay.
Is I'm
We should
thinking,
wait
yeah,
for
because yeah,
Steven
that's
to give input on the question.
Yeah, I really think we should wait for Degnan.
well, if we do, he's gonna say probably something more about like something he may pray to Helm for guidance, and it's probably not gonna be anything about your dad.
Well, I don't care about that. I was just saying that.
Okay.
I thought finding out more about the purple robes. That
Nathan,
was
you don't want to be late to pick up Elise.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it was almost 10:30.
We'll end it like this because he just texted me and said that he rolled an 18, so I rolled higher than him, so we can save that. And in order for him to say it, let's just say as you guys are going through, like you're digging through these books, like you're in
Oh, and he eventually
all this stuff. It's
and he
really
shows up.
interesting. And you guys feel the fucking rumble again. The room rumbles a little bit. The books are shaking. The door opens up again, and you just kind of see Steven walk in. He looks very frazzled. He's looks kind of paranoid, and he just kind of rubs his eyes for a little bit. He looks at you guys. He says, "Where were you? You left me. I went
There's
to take a shit, and you just left.
There's no bathrooms in this
Where you
whole
were.
place.
All I had to talk to was that asshole Coriander and his nicer sister. The cats were following me everywhere. I was in the attic for I don't know how long. The door shut. I didn't know how to open it. This is your and he grabs his stomach again. He says, I'm gonna have to shit again before we leave. I have IBD.
ugh.
Okay,
Natural thing.
he's afraid
What's
to
this
shit now.
bookshelf? And we'll go ahead and leave it there. And now Stephen canonically has irritable bowel.
Yes.
Ah,
You'll love
we are
that.
smells like
From eating
Crit.
that cat
Smells like
food.
Crit is right in the name. Smells like Crit, and now we have
Oh.
a character that canonically has irritable bowel. You're welcome.
Good night.
Good stuff, Stephen. Bye.